Hello, welcome to a new video. In a previous review I showed you at the request of many users, a recommendation of an economic knife but of quality, and I promised to show you another one. After an extensive search and later tests I am ready to teach you this small that we have here. Has really surprised me not only for its price, because cheap knives are many, if not the materials with which it is built, which many who know about the subject will recognize immediately as materials of knives of high range. Stay with me to know this small but versatile tool, here in Bushcraft, Latin America. Beginning with the revision of the piece, it is immediately visible its cover, and if gentlemen, is from Kydex. By experience I know that the knives that have this type of cover are expensive because added to the price of the material requires a precise work and tedious to give them the shape of the knife. This material, as I have told you before, was first used in weapon sleeves, as it fastens without velcro or fasteners allowing a quick draw, was adopted in knives not only for this, but also because alters or reacts to moisture as leather. This in particular consists of three parts, which involves the knife, which holds the flint, and the one of the buttonhole or handle for the belt, is attached by means of screws and hollow rivets, which allows us to add paracord if we wish. The same lateral screws that attach to it are used at the same time to fix the part that holds a flint that also includes us, which is a considerable thickness, something very important, because when flint is treated, the thicker the more sparks and the easier to make fire, and also allows us a greater number of uses than a thinner, which gives us greater durability. The case also incorporates the much needed drainage point, in case we immerse ourselves with it, and also something that is really quite innovative, a diamond sharpener perfectly coupled to the rear sideline of the saddle union, to maintain the knife in the field. The belt, I'll to say truth, is not very wide. I cannot fix it to the paracord belt that I use or for neutrals, but if an average leather belt, however, is a hit that comes with screws, as we can modify this, adding a nylon attachment if we need bigger, has two embossed, one with a mark and another with a fire on the flint, as I mentioned, does not secure the knife with clips or velcro straps, but by means of pressure on the same shape or contour of it, which we are going to see now. Another material that is worth highlighting in its handle, is built in G10. A very resistant aerospace material, even more than the micarta, which we know is also almost indestructible, which says a lot of this material. In fact, of all the knives that have passed through the channel, only two have this material in their handle. However, these grips are united with two screws, opening the possibility of any modification. Now we go to what more importantly, the blade. After seeing a Kydex sheath, thick flint, G10 handle, its steel is expected to be of quality, is D24mm thick and 59 degrees rock wheel hardness. To be honest, had not seen this steel in any of the knives that have passed through the channel. However, investigating on I found that its properties quite outstanding in its hardness, flexibility and retention of edge. Its industrial applications are, as wheel shredder blades, tools to thread other metals and many more, so you can have an idea of the performance that would have on the knife. Is treated according to the manufacturer with a layer of titanium for corrosion protection, but even so, it is covered with a black electro aesthetic layer, with some logos and guides of functions in white. Besides the cutting edge with the obvious function of cutting, it brings us an uncovered area to use as a ferrocerium scraper and generate the sparks needed to make fire, a small zipper for the thumb for a more agile use, although in its small size gives us a great maneuverability in animal processing and food in general, as well as carving. But its robust construction also allows to perform heavier works, like the bitoning. Its spike is complete, ends in this hammer, that we can use for grinding tinder and nailing spades and so on, if risk to ruptures like other knives that we already saw in the channel. Also incorporates 2 perforations in the blade and mango to make us a lance, essential requirement of a survival knife, in which the detail of add hollow rivets. I believe that being such a compact and discreet knife has a design and materials thought to be reliable in extreme jobs and nature, so it provides an impressive price-quality ratio, and when compared to other knives built with these same materials. I hope you like this new suggestion. To all those who always write me for one, and the other spectators who are still looking for a knife for their outings to the mountain, I remind you that as always the link to buy it will be in the description of the video, together to others that could interest you. If you like the video and the channel, it is important that you let us know, as well as share it in your social networks. To see more, just subscribe as you see on the screen. To follow us on Facebook for more content. See you soon.